While last week's DNC introduced the world to the power of persistence, hope, and squid killers, this week's RNC showed us Koch's newest spokesperson in what can only be described as Kimberly Guilfoyle's Trump family audition tape.
I'm Kimberly Guilfoyle, a proud supporter of President Donald J. Trump. In President Trump's America, we light things up and we stand for our flag. You have the ability to choose your life and determine your destiny. Leaders and fighters for freedom and liberty and the American dream, the best is yet to come.
I know Kimberly's already gone far in her life, but that speech guarantees she'll go furor and furor. When it wasn't showcasing every Trump family member twice removed, this year's RNC was scraping the bottom of the barrel for any trolls and racists that have a webcam and a working CompuServe account. We hate to give these people attention, but we also can't write them off because, funny story, the Republicans have shown a willingness to let fringe lunatics take over their party. The Republicans are giving a platform to walking human memes, and not even the good memes, like shoulder shimmying Shaq. They're the kind of memes better known by their descriptions than their actual names, kind of like how in my first season of The Daily Show, I was just the girl one. People like the St. Louis gun couple, aka Mark and Patricia McCloskey, aka midlife crisis Bonnie and Clyde. It wasn't shocking that the GOP would invite a couple charged with unlawful use of a weapon to speak at the RNC, but it was surprising that they also invited their guns to speak. I'll never forget those powerful words. Bang, bang, bang. Pew. The Republican Party isn't just legitimizing their fringe supporters at the RNC, they're also trying to get them elected to office.
President Trump has fired off a series of tweets touting the win of Laura Loomer, a far-right activist who just won the Republican nomination in Florida's 21st district, where the president and first lady now vote. Loomer is known for calling Islam, quote, a cancer on humanity.
The president himself showed his support for Loomer in a tweet late Tuesday, saying she has, quote, a great chance against a Pelosi puppet.
Excuse me, Florida Representative Lois Frankel is not a Pelosi puppet. There's only one Pelosi puppet, and it has been performing for years now in Vegas. I've seen it. The part where it drinks water will shake you to your core. Although Loomer is not expected to win her left-leaning district, the fact that a xenophobic conspiracy theorist is being taken seriously is alarming. Even more alarming, she's not the only one. So far this election, more than 50 supporters of QAnon have run for national office. Look, there's nothing I'd love more than to ignore QAnon, mainly because I don't want to contribute to the takedown of another Washington, D.C. pizza parlor. I may live in New York, but there is no better pizza than D.C. pizza. I love D.C. pizza, from its wet cardboard crust to its cheese only in the middle. Give me that clammy D.C. pizza. But QAnon is unfortunately a thing, and because I can't bear to explain it, I'm going to let Ali Velshi do it for me.
QAnon followers, quote, believe world governments are being controlled by a shadowy cabal of pedophiles who will eventually be brought to justice by President Trump. This seems to be almost, it sort of sounds to me like it borders on a belief system.
It's a cult, Ali.
That's right. QAnon is a cult. Think Heaven's Gate, but with uglier sneakers. And naturally, instead of dismissing them as a domestic terror threat, the president seems pretty happy about their support.
Well, I don't know much about the movement other than I understand they like me very much, which I appreciate.
If Trump found out Jeffrey Dahmer liked him, his response would be, that's so nice. From what I understand, he had very good taste in people. So far, at least 4 QAnon sympathizers are on the ballot, including Georgia's Marjorie Taylor Greene, whose victory in a solidly Republican district all but ensures she'll be elected to Congress.
Q is a patriot. According to him, many in our government are actively worshiping Satan, or they call Moloch. I mean, is it going to be true that the child pedophilia in the elites in the Washington, D.C., is that what we're really going to see come out?
She spews racism, anti-Semitism, Islamophobia. Greene calls the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, un-American, and a word that rhymes with rich.
You can't say bitch on CNN? Then how do you explain Fareed Zakaria's globalism is wild, bitches? Greene's candidacy has been co-signed by the president and House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy. Ohio Representative Jim Jordan even contributed thousands of dollars to her campaign, roughly $100 for every college wrestler he turned his back on. Though some of the Q candidates have less of a chance of winning, their names on the ballot at all are a sign we should be worried, yes, about the future, but also, in the case of California's Mike Cargile, about him.
I tell people, look, you know, if you looked at the way the state's gone for the last few years and you're happy with it, keep her in place. If you're not, let's try something new. It's a 2-year seat. You know, give me a shot. Let me see if I can fix things. And if I can't, but then let's put someone else in who can get the job done. But at least give me a shot. Just remember, smile. It's Cargile.
Oh, that's the creepiest campaign slogan since Jeb Bush ran on bringing back the bush. Look, I know it's easy to focus all our attention on the fact the future of the world will be decided by one of the two people you'd least want to sit between on a plane. But voting in November is more than just the presidency. Down-ballot races are our only chance to right the wrongs of the far right. And they're the only way to put Mike Cargile out of his misery.
Just remember, smile. It's Cargile.
Oh, God. If you liked this video, hit subscribe and let me know in the comments below. And if you didn't like this video, I'm sure you've already left a comment. Thank you so much.